It's early November, which means we get to look back at October. Hey guys, I am the late fire starter. Late because I started late. But what does fire mean? Fire, you should know what that means already if you've been watching my channel, but if you haven't or you don't know, no big deal. FIRE is 4 letters. FI stands for financial independence. RE stands for retire early. So, I'm a fire starter, which means I started this journey to get to financial independence. It's all about freedom. If you don't like your job, you can quit. If you want to do something else that doesn't pay very much, you have the freedom to do that. If you want to start something new, you can start it. If you want to take some chances, you can do that. If you want to travel, you can do that. If you want to take a break, you can do that. If you want to write a book, you can do that. If you want to read a book, you can do that. Do you see my point? FIRE is about freedom. And so, I want that freedom, don't you? And so that's why I'm on this journey to FIRE. And that's why I encourage you to join me on this journey to FIRE. I am a late fire starter because I started in my 40s. A lot of times in the fire community, people are retiring at 30 or 35 or 40. But what about for those of us who started on this fire journey late or who had a lot of debt? How do we get there? Well, I'm going to show you one way to get there, and that is through cash flowing rental income, passive income through cash flowing rentals, real estate rentals, and dividend income, passive income from my dividend stocks. So I am going to give you a video every Wednesday about my dividend journey, and then every Saturday about my real estate progress, and then throw in some other things here or there as well. That's the goal. I may not always make it, but that's what I'm shooting to do, and so far so good. So today is Wednesday, and I am going to show you my October progress towards my dividend goal. My goal is $4,000 a month in passive income from rentals and $1,000 a month from dividend income. And so that $1,000 a month in dividend income means I am shooting for a $12,000 annual dividend passive income payout. Go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to come along. So just that little subscribe down there, do me a solid. Make my day. Hit subscribe and join this journey. Join this community. It'll be awesome. Also, you know what to do. Everybody asks you, if you watch YouTube, you gotta hit like, it's kind of required. YouTube made me sign a thing saying tell people to like it. So I'm just gonna tell you to like it. So hit the like button. Okay. We're good with that. Let's take a look at my October dividend progress. Where am I at? And I've got some really good news for you. So check this out. Here is my portfolio. As you can see, it's a mixed day, kind of green and red. And as you can see, most of my losses are through this BDC here and my energy stocks. So I'm down 857 on BP, 544 on ExxonMobil, and then this is an energy ETF that I'm down 379. So if you look at that, that accounts for a majority of this $1,194 down as of this moment. Okay, so I'm about $1,200 down, but I'm not so concerned about that because it's really the dividends I care about. If you look at my total investment, I have invested $68,253. Some of that, a lot of that is my money. Some of that is definitely profits from stock sales. I profited about 8 to 12,000. I'm trying to remember. I think it was probably about 12,000 on American Airlines when it really dipped low, and I bought a bunch at 10 and I sold it at 21. So my value right now, as you can see, is 67,000. If you look from the bottom down, you can see my new purchases. So I bought 128 shares of this ETY, which is it's an ETF. And it's a closed-end fund, and so it's a Eaton Vance. What I like about it's got a very high dividend, so a 9.35% dividend, and it doesn't use leverage. It's a closed-end fund that gets this high dividend, doesn't use leverage, and it's been a consistent payer. So I don't expect any appreciation on this, although I do have some. I'm up $47. But I do expect a consistent dividend, so I like it for that way. I bought 5 shares of Johnson & Johnson. I had a long-standing limit order that if Johnson & Johnson dropped to 144, I'd buy 5 shares. So that triggered automatically, and then it dropped even more. But it is what it is. So those are my main purchases. I got some more SCHV and some more VYM as also this month. And so this is my general holdings. I also had some reinvested dividends. So as you can see, what I've done here is basically increase a little bit on a lot of things, buy a few new things as well. I also bought some more T, so I'm up to 130 shares in AT&T. Now, what I've done recently is on my energy stocks, so ExxonMobil, BP, XLE, on these oil stocks, what I've done is I've turned off dividend reinvesting because I don't want to put any more money into these oil stocks. I like what I have right now. I'm confident it's going to rebound. I'm confident the dividend's going to come for a while. I don't think oil's going anywhere for a long time, so I'm not too worried about that. But I do want to lower my position in the energy sector, and increase my position elsewhere. So I'm going to start reinvesting those dividends in other stocks. Primarily, I'm trying to build up SCHV. So this is what I'm trying to really look at now. Let's go over here and look at my complete annual dividend payout as of right now. So according to my spreadsheet here, my annual payout is $4,370. Schwab has it a little higher. I looked at, if you're interested, I did a video on the 3 ways I track my dividends. And so my brokerage account with Schwab actually shows the highest payoff, and then Track Your Dividends, a website, actually shows a little lower. And then this one's kind of in the middle. I'm not too worried about it because the difference is not that much, maybe like $100. The point is I'm over $4,000. $4,000 is 1/3 of my goal. My goal is $12,000 annually, which averages out to $1,000 a month. I'm over 1/3 of the way there because I've passed $4,000 a month, which is awesome. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to have to change some things in my portfolio and make things a little more secure. But right now I'm very pleased with that. My yield on cost for my overall portfolio is 6.4%. And the current yield of my portfolio, if you had bought today, it'd be 6.35%. All right, so let's go over here and look at my dividend payouts for October. Let me just zoom in here. And so as you can see, I got $4.10 from good old KO. This is my BDC that I'm down on overall, but it's got a very high yield. I'm going to try to get out of some of this position because I'm worried about it a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm collecting the dividend. So this BDC, Apollo Investment, they gave me $171.72 on the 8th. On October 9th, AGNC gave me $9. That was a new one. On 10/27, good old QYLD, my income fund there, gave me $27.57. That's a monthly payout. On the 30th, I got paid by 4. So this ETF, 1348 PYE, SPHD, another monthly payout, 3168. XShed, it gave me 1278. And UTG gave me $5.40. What I find interesting is when I'm looking at these monthly payouts. So when you look at last month, QYLD, I got $16.67. This month, $27.57. That's mostly because I invested more in QYLD, so I have more shares. However, when you look at PEY, here, 1348, there, 1318. So as you can see, the reinvested dividends of 1318 bumped it up a little bit. Now it gets interesting. SPHD, I got $32.01 last month. This month I only got $31.68. So the SPHD dividend dipped a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. So that's something to keep an eye on. And then X-Shed, I got $12.78 this month, but $13.86 last month. So even with the dividend reinvestment, it went down, so that shows that the dividend dipped a little bit. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. My 2020 totals for my dividend payouts is $948.33, but that also includes my AT&T dividend payout of $10.40. So that's where I'm at right now. The good news is this number right here. This number right here, $4,370.72. That is over 1/3 of my goal, and I'm thrilled about that. So that is my October 2020 update on my dividend paying portfolio. I'm well on my way to my goal of $12,000 annually, and this is just purely my journey. It is my information. It's just for entertainment purposes. I am no guru. I am not a financial expert. I am not telling you to buy anything I have. Make sure you do your own research. However, you can see on my portfolio, I have some incredibly high yielding ones. That's that BDC. Right? So these are the BDCs, and this is the energy stock. Energy stocks. So those are really high. QYLD is pretty high. So this closed-end fund is pretty high. So you can see I got some pretty risky things. But when you look at it, 22% is VYM, which is a core holding. It's very good. And 10% is SPHD. So you look at there, that's 32%. When you go down here, SCHV is only at 4.9%. I want to get that up. But when you see I've got, 32, 36, you throw in this one here, X-Shed, I'm at 41%. So over half my portfolio is safe. When you start adding in my Johnson & Johnson's or my AT&T, which is 5.28. When you look at that, I've got safe ETFs, and I've got the great stocks like AT&T and Johnson & Johnson, which are great dividend stocks. So those are pretty safe. The other 50% is on these BDCs, the monthly incomes, the closed-end incomes, and the energy stocks, and that's needs to come down. That shouldn't be half of my portfolio. Anyways, this is my October update on my dividend payouts. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so you can follow along my journey and see how soon I can get to that $12,000 a year annual payout. Also, take a moment, go down and like this. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. It would be great if you did. Thanks for watching. I am the Late Firestarter, and have a great day.